So this is the last subject that I like to talk about. We're going to talk about the sixth sense. Talking about the senses is very scientific, based. So we got our sense, right? A sensory organ. We got our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, right? And then all these senses will correspond to our sense object, which is sight, sound, smell, taste, and textures, right? Okay? Every sense corresponds to its own sense object. You cannot cross-perceive. So I'm going to ask every one of you, you don't have to close your eyes now, okay? Now everyone, can you just use your two hands and smack onto your legs? Go on. Very hard. Smack, smack, smack. Right. Okay. That's it. Finish. Now, at this very moment, which sense of yours that you are using to perceive the pains in your hands and in your legs? Can you use your eyes? No. We can't use our ears, nor our nose, nor our tongue. Can you use your skin?
Yes. Can use the skin.
You can use your skin to perceive the pain in your hands. Right. Try again. Smack your hand. Okay. Now use your one hand. Stroke onto the other hand. Go on. Stroke onto the other hand. Can you perceive the pain? Now observe carefully. When you stroke onto the other hand, is it true that you perceive the smoothness or the roughness of your skin, right? But you cannot perceive the throbbing pain which is inside your skin. Is that true? So your skin can only experience or perceive the external texture. If you want to know the texture of this, okay, everyone use your skin to feel, what is it feel? The skin experience all the external texture, but the pain is inside your skin, right? But you can still perceive them, which means that you are using your sixth sense. Okay? You are using your sixth sense to experience the pain, to perceive the pain under your skin, including your headache, your toothache, your stomach ache, all this aching in here, inside your body. They are being perceived by your sixth sense. That sixth sense is your mental eyes or your consciousness. Your consciousness is acted as your sixth sense. And the sixth sense, the sense object toward your sixth sense, apart from all this, headache, toothache, all the sensation inside your body, apart from that, also your thought or jerry. Your thought or jerry is the sense object to your sixth sense. Okay? So it is because, right, we got to make it clear first. When we talk about six senses, in the Western belief, when you talk about six senses, they will mean certain group of people who have the ability to read your mind, who have the ability to forecast the future, who have the ability to talk to the spirit, right? These are the people who have the sixth sense. But this is not the meaning in Buddhism. The Buddha is the only person who said that every single human being have six senses all the same. Okay? Not five senses. The Buddha said every single human being have six senses all the same. That is, they have their eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and their mental eyes or consciousness, which act as the sixth sense. And we have been using a sixth sense all along to perceive our headache, toothache, stomach ache, throbbing here and there, as well as perceiving Jerry. Okay, so this is a very straightforward perception of six senses. Now, come to this, okay, come to the study of the human mind. Now, in the Western knowledge, Western-based knowledge, human beings only have one element, that is your physical body, and five senses, that is your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Five senses. The mind, the state of the mind belongs to the brain. Okay? Belongs to the brain. In the Western knowledge, this whole thing, these four independent entities, they all shove into the brain. Now, once it shoves into the brain like this, so when people have mental problem, turmoil like this, unsettlement from stress, worry, anxiety, depression, breakdown to suicidal, okay? How they're going to study? So they've got to study on the brain by, attaching this and that, onto the computer, turning to the graph, and then saying that. So this is a very common summary, okay, of the cause of the mental turmoil. They said that the reason that people have mental turmoil, mental unsettlement, is due to the chemical imbalance in the brain. Because of the chemical imbalance in the brain, which caused this boom, 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 boom. So therefore, how can we, bring back the balance in the mind? We have to take another type of chemical to adjust the imbalance in the brain. Another type of chemical is the sleeping pill or the antidepressant medication that you take to adjust the chemical imbalance in the brain, with the hope that it can cure, your mental imbalance, okay? Which is totally opposite from what the Buddha talk about. The Buddha solution, the mind experts say that it is because the chemical imbalance in the brain, which is B, okay? B, create the mental stress. The chemical imbalance, B, create A, which is the mental stress. But the Buddha said in the opposite. The Buddha said that, in fact, is the mental stress. This mental stress is because our mental self is being attacked by Jerry. Attacked by Jerry. And this process happens so quickly from perception. From perception, create Jerry, and Jerry attack your mental self. Okay? And this attack on your mental self by Jerry is the root cause that caused the physical imbalance, the chemical imbalance in your brain. Okay? Jerry attacked your mental self first. All this turmoil happened in there first, independently, and then it affects your physical body. Affect your physical body, make your stomach all churning, when you have anger. Anger, your stomach, or the water in your body is all boiling, as well as affect the chemical imbalance in the brain. Okay, so with these two summary, giving the different kind of solution, if you are going to go along with the mind expert, you have to give your life to placing your life in the hands of the chemist or the doctor. You have to take the antidepressant medication for as long as it takes so that you can bring back, this harmony of your mind. But if you want to follow the Buddha's analysis, his solution is much easier. His solution is about, it's about trying to deal with Jerry, trying to keep Jerry out of your, out of sight by bringing your mental self back home. Practicing, vipassana, or bringing your mental self back home, which is about putting your life in your own hand without having to rely on any antidepressant medication. So the solution is very different. Okay, so this part of the analysis is based on humans have only 5 senses, and one part, just one part, that is your body, and all the minds belong to the brain. Whereas the Buddha's, his analysis is based on 5 elements. You see, the Buddha's analysis is based on 5 elements and 6 senses, whereas the Western knowledge is based on just 1 element and 5 senses, which is nothing to compare. So basically, the Buddha used this as the observer, as the means, as the tool to understand these 3, to understand Jerry by practicing meditation. So if you can progress to the 3rd foundation of mindfulness, that 3rd foundation of mindfulness is about using your mental eyes, to know to understand how Jerry works, and then once you understand how Jerry works, you can let go. You can let go of Jerry. Now, once you can let go of Jerry, Jerry won't attack you, and then you'll be okay. You'll be okay, right? So is that clear? So this is about the 6th sense in the Buddhist term. Okay. All right then. The solution. Yeah, you can stop.